So imagine our lives as a journey, one in which we join as though entering an ongoing stream of existence, and where we encounter and are changed by whatever it is that we meet along the way. My words today are inspired, supported, and maybe certainly better said by the writings of Charlie Mackesy, who in 2 sweet books filled with drawings and wisdom, both of them tales of relationships that develop on a journey, tells of this journey between a boy, the mole, the fox, and the horse. I'm waiting for a slide. With apologies to the author, I am excerpting bits and pieces of this beautiful story, and in some cases even rearranging the order of things. When the story begins, we find a boy alone, lonely, anxious, and full of questions. And the first companion the boy meets is the mole, whose mind is often focused on cake. Enjoying the moment is the mole's guiding mantra. And then the fox arrives, who is wary and mainly silent because the fox has been hurt by life. The fox is loved, but doesn't understand quite why. And though hesitant, because the fox so seldom speaks, the fox has offered to be the narrator of our story when needed. Thank you, fox. And in all their travels, the horse is the biggest and gentlest thing the boy, the mole, and the fox encounter. The horse offers a wise, constant, and grounding presence for them all. Now, the characters in our story are different. They each have weaknesses. They each have strengths. And the beauty of this story is that it offers us a chance to see ourselves in each of them. So throughout the story, I invite you to imagine your personal journey and our collective journey, and also the journey of this congregation. The pace of the story is slow and reflective. These friends, says Mackesy, spend time gazing into the wild, which is life. It's both frightening and beautiful. And so we begin at the beginning of the story, just where we are each morning, and especially on this particular day, because that's where we're always at the beginning of the unfolding of our story.
When the story begins, a boy sits alone in the quiet landscape, winter of winter. And then a dark little shape edges through the snow. It's the mole. They gaze at one another.
Hello.
I'm so small.
Yes, but you make a difference.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Kind. What do you think success is?
To love.
Do you have a favorite saying?
Yes.
What is it?
If at first you don't succeed, have some cake.
Does that work?
Every time. Most of the old moles I know wish they'd listened less to their fears and more to their dreams.
What's that over there?
It's the wild. Don't fear it. Imagine how we would be if we were less afraid.
A while later, the boy and mole are walking in the moonlight, and they see a figure pacing frantically. It is the fox. They want to run, but they realize the fox is caught in a snare, struggling to breathe. The fox tries to lunge toward the mole. If I wasn't caught in this snare, I'd kill you.
I'm not afraid. If you stay in that snare, you'll die.
So the mole chewed through the wire with his tiny teeth. The fox turned, glared at them, and disappeared into the darkness.
One of our greatest freedoms is how we react to things. The truth is, everyone has their struggles. Sometimes every step you take is a victory.
It's a good sort of day for a walk. They reach the river. The spring sun is warm, and they find stepping stones that take them further into the river. Standing on a smooth rock, they watch the water flow around them. The mole leans over and peers in.
Be careful now or you'll fall.
On the far side, the fox has been watching. The fox sees Mole's little nose pointing just above the surface and skillfully wades in and swims toward the mole. The fox manages to push the mole up onto his nose and carries the frightened little mole to the riverbank, gently nudging Mole onto dry land. The boy tightly hugs the fox and the mole in return. The mole sighs. Later on, all three sit together looking at the night sky. They gasp at the wonder all around them. So much beauty we need to look after.
But sometimes I feel lost.
Me too, but we love you, and love brings you home. I think everyone is just trying to get home.
They arrive at the edge of a wood, and there standing quietly is a horse. They've never seen anything so big or powerful.
Hello.
Hello.
After that, the boy, the mole, the fox, and the horse become inseparable. They spend a long time messing about. Eventually, they bring the horse to their favorite tree.
Well, doing nothing with friends is never really doing nothing, is it?
No, I've got you an extra special cake.
Ah, wonderful.
Yes, but I was ambushed
Ambushed by who?
by the cake.
How did you defend yourself?
I ate it.
You know, 2 years ago, perhaps you as a congregation felt yourselves to be sitting alone, unsure of what would happen next. And not just alone, maybe even abandoned. 3 ministers had left you, Reverend David for retirement, Reverend Kelly for another congregation, and Reverend Jay to return to their home and other opportunities. I can only imagine that there was a feeling of absence or a certain loss of dimension or size. Things had shifted and were still shifting. It was in the proverbial liminal space. As for me, 2 years ago, I was more like the fox, not caught in a snare to be sure, but still wary, entering an unknown and not quite sure if FUS would be a fit for me. And in the larger picture, feeling some uncertainty about where I was in the arc of my ministry. Would this be the last congregation for me? I came to you cautious and even a bit skeptical. And not to take this metaphor too far, looking back, I would say that over time, some little teeth chewed away at whatever it was that kept us at a distance from one another. And in spending time together in so many meetings and conversations and projects and planning and meals, we slowly knit our connections that have allowed us, on occasion, to just let ourselves stare into the wild together. This week, Rosemary Watola Trommer, as if knowing what we needed today, shared a poem about stroking a beautiful old black horse, and about how in that focused touching of something so large, one might touch awe. About how if we spend a few moments each day touching something greater than we are, that we are eventually changed from the inside. I think our time together has been like meeting a horse and touching something more powerful and greater than we are individually, and how in that touching we have been changed.
The four friends continue on their journey, wandering and wondering together. Coming to a river, the horse and the fox leap high over the water together, with the boy and the mole holding tight to the horse's mane. But the boy loses his grip, an easy thing to do. He falls back into the air and crashes into the water. He's terrified.
You fell, but I've got you. Everyone is a bit scared, but we're less scared together. Tears fall for a reason, and they're your strength, not weakness.
Well, what's a true sign of strength?
Gentleness.
Oh, well, what's the bravest thing you've ever said?
Help!
When we are vulnerable with each other, we are strong.
But I worry that I'm not very good at anything. Sometimes I just worry you'll all realize that I'm ordinary.
You are kind, which is everything. The greatest illusion is that life should be perfect.
Love does not need you to be extraordinary.
Is your glass half empty or half full?
Well, I think I'm grateful to have a glass.
What's your best discovery?
That I'm enough just as I am. Do we really know where we're going?
Not really.
Well, then are we lost?
No, because we have each other.
We have each other. Well, I can't see a way through.
Can you see your next step?
Oh, yes?
Then just take that.
But what if I'm afraid of my next step?
Breathe. That can be your next step.
We all have a reason to keep going. What's yours?
You three.
Getting home.
Cake. I discovered something better than cake.
Oh, no, you haven't.
I have.
Oh, what is it?
A hug. A hug lasts longer.
Nothing beats kindness. It sits quietly beyond all things.
This is easily my favorite place.
Because it's beautiful.
Because we are all here.
Well, have you ever seen anything so wonderful?
Well, I was lost in a cake shop once.
Sometimes...
Sometimes what?
Sometimes just getting up and carrying on is brave and magnificent. Life is difficult, but you're loved.
But what do we do when our hearts hurt?
We wrap them with friendship, share the tears and time till they wake hopeful and happy again.
As I said, I wondered if I would fit in here. Before I arrived, I was told by a colleague, who shall go unnamed, but who has some connections to FUS, that as a congregation, you weren't very reflective. And then, early in my time here, someone openly criticized my touchy-feely way of doing things. Another public comment was made about my lack of sharing a humanist viewpoint in my talks. And as you can imagine, I received multiple bits of helpful feedback on any language I used that felt too religious. And early on, it seemed to me that your reputation for being heady and uninterested in anything spiritual was justified. But still, I persisted. Now, don't get me wrong, please don't. I don't expect anyone or everyone for sure to love my way of doing things. And of course, we all have different preferences on learning styles and ways of being in the world. Let me just say that my kind of humanism is about embracing the whole of our humanity, which for me includes possessing a spiritual dimension. And that connecting with that, which often means connecting with the realm of feelings and connecting with things outside of myself, is critical in building community and deepening relationships. You know, and bless you, many of you have stepped up to my challenge and engaged with me in personal and vulnerable ways. And in turn, I have been challenged and changed. You have shared who you are and who you aspire to be. And I have seen through your works how much this community means to you. And though I have pushed you to be more open to pluralism and welcoming a wider range of worldviews, I have also come to admire your desire to maintain a unique identity. It's good to be able to name our growing edges. Indeed, it is only in naming them that we can grow. We can differ and disagree and still love one another. We can differ and disagree and still be changed by that interaction. It's good to share our doubts and fears. This is how we show others that we are real and that we're willing to risk our vulnerability in the interest of connection and belonging in more and more authentic ways. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to let someone know we're fearful or drowning or that we've fallen. That's how we learn that help is at hand. And when someone shares in this way, that's how others find out that what they can do to help, how they can be the helpers. And it's also good, as the boy and the mole and the fox and the horse did, to just sit around thinking and staring into the wild and talking about things that are important to us. Because being vulnerable with each other is so important. And of course, so is enjoying cake together. I'm still figuring this out, but more and more I think that it's through relationships that we come to understand our purpose in life, that it's through relationships we figure out the why. I know there is so much to be accomplished and achieved out there in the world, and that's important, but ultimately when we connect in true and authentic relationships, we also connect to the why of what matters most to us, which then motivates us to take action. There's something powerful in being in it together, touching something larger than ourselves.
This is the sound of one voice, one spirit, one voice, the sound of one who makes a choice. This is is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of voices too. The sound of me singing with you, helping each other to make it through. This is the sound of voices too. This is the sound of voices too. This is the sound of voices three, singing together in harmony, surrendering to the mystery. This is the sound of voices three. This is the sound of voices three. This is the sound of all of us, singing with love and the will to trust. Leave the rest behind, it will turn to dust. This is the sound of all of us. This is the sound of all of us. Ooh, 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 ooh. This is the sound of one voice. One people, one voice. A song for every one of us. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of one voice.
Meanwhile, back at the story, as the boy, the mole, the fox, and the horse were walking along a lake and through a thick wood, the boy asked,
So you know. So you really know all about me,
Yes.
and you still love me?
"We love you all the more."
Boy, sometimes I think you believe in me more than I do.
You'll catch up.
You know, the fox. The fox never speaks.
No. It's lovely he's with us.
To be honest, I often feel I have nothing interesting to say.
Being honest is always interesting. We don't know about tomorrow. All we need to know is that we love each other.
They sense something. The air changes. The light turns strange and dim. The clouds rumble with thunder.
When the dark clouds come, keep going. When big things feel out of control, focus on what you love right under your nose. This storm will pass.
But what do I do if the storm doesn't pass?
Shelter with us.
Well, what's the best thing you've learned about storms?
That they end.
Well, sometimes I feel like I just haven't achieved very much.
You are here and have come this far, which is a spectacular thing.
But we still have so far to go.
Yes, but look how far we've come.
Sometimes I want to say, I love you all, but I find it difficult.
Do you?
Yes, so I'll say something like, I'm glad we're all here.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad we're all here.
Well, we're so glad you're all here too. Boy, I have so many questions.
Cake is usually the answer.
Oh, well, which is best? Finding it or eating it?
Looking for it with you. Be in the moment. It's all we have.
As we witnessed this morning, there are storms. General Assembly was last week, and reflecting later on Bishop Marianne Edgar Buddy's Ware lecture, my colleague Kimberly Debus shared that in the Q&A section, Reverend Dr. Sophia Betancourt, our UUA president, asked the bishop what we could do to be stronger partners with other organizations. And Bishop Buddy's answer was curiously not about outer work and connections. She spoke instead about inner work. She spoke about being impressed by the ways in which UUs cherish our communities and of how doing the inner work of nurturing community is what helps us thrive. But he noted that the Episcopal Church in America could learn from the ways that UUs adapt and evolve and continue to focus on our communities because, in fact, we need strong communities to support our ability to work in the world and to be good partners. So that was one perspective, but then on the same day, another colleague posted a heartfelt and angsty question in the minister's Facebook group, wondering if it could be that the language and concepts of Unitarian Universalism are no longer working, if they've become too trivial or even counterproductive at a time when big threats are looming, wondering if we need to be more revisionary, even reckless, rather than focusing on long-held concepts like human goodness, the arc of the moral universe, affirmation of science, appreciation of different beliefs. There are storms. There are opposing viewpoints, as in this example. Are we supposed to focus on the inner work of building and strengthening relationships, or should we be out in the world working on building and strength and doing that out in the streets, at least figuratively, by pushing for cultural and political change? Should we spend our time fighting over our differing opinions about where to put our energy? You know, in many cases, it doesn't have to be either or. Each position typically has validity, or at least we can try to understand and respect one another. We don't always agree, but that doesn't mean that we don't share a common purpose or the ability to love. As an interim, my work has been to help you become the people you want to be. I hope that my presence with you never felt like a demand that you change, although that was a possibility. And likewise, my presence with you has not meant that I had to change, although I know that I have. The choice about what to do with the time we had together belongs to each of us. What matters in community is that we hang in there with one another, challenge each other in love, be open to possibility and to the reality that there are many ways to go through life. Each of you, each of us matters. Each person sitting next to you matters. We're on this journey together.
Sometimes I worry we don't have all the answers.
Well, you're here with me. Isn't that part of the answer?
Often the best answer is just to listen. Sometimes the tiniest act of kindness can save a life.
Well, what's the most precious thing you've been given?
Time.
I got you an even bigger cake.
Oh, did you? That was kind.
Yes, but it was hard to carry.
Oh, oh no. Poor you, poor you. How did you manage?
I ate it.
I think I realized why we're here.
For cake?
No, to love.
And to be loved.
Oh, do you have any other advice?
Sometimes all you hear about is hate, but there is more love in this world than you can possibly imagine. Just take the step. The horizon will look after itself. A glacier carved this valley.
Ooh, that must have hurt.
Yeah, but look at the beauty it created.
I hope you know how brave you've been. It takes courage to love.
Yeah, but I'm a bit messy. I'm unfinished.
We all are. Some flowers bloom later than others, and they are spectacular when they do. Take all the time you need.
One day you'll look back and realize just how hard it was and how well you did.
Thank you for carrying us.
We carry each other.
But you've all done so much for me. What have I ever done for you?
You've been a friend, which is a wonderful thing.
The end. Well, no, not the end. More, look how far we've come.
You know, it's said that a minister has really only one sermon in them, and you just keep preaching the same thing over and over again. And as I approach retirement, looking in the rearview mirror, I can see that mine has been about community, creating community. Not that I've been all that good at it, it's just what matters to me. But I do wonder if true community can survive at any level if it's not alive and flourishing. You know, beloved community is a thing that needs attention and intention. When I first moved into my condo, I went to Bachman's and got a huge big leaf philodendron. It seemed strong and healthy, but it wasn't long before the leaves began to go spotty and brown. From a distance, it still looked good, but up close, not so much. Diagnosis: fungus. From the soil or maybe from overwatering. My thumb is only a little green, but I do hate giving up on plants, and so I bought new soil, I sterilized the big planter, I sprayed the leaves, I reduced the watering schedule, and now finally, maybe a year later, new leaves are coming in. I talk to them almost every day. Encouraging them, even stroking them a little bit, wondering in awe at this big plant's resilience and how it makes these huge leaves. It's teaching me things. I feel better as my philodendron feels better. You know, this past Thursday for their monthly strategic direction topic, did you know the board had one of those every month? They do. Your board pondered the question, what makes a congregation thrive? They're a pretty wise bunch, and they each had a quick response. They said, a thriving community is one where children and families are present, where people engage with committees and activities that interest them, where folks are inspired to imagine and create together, They said a thriving community has a culture of honesty and a willingness to stay in the tough conversations to work toward some kind of resolution. It's a place of radical welcome, and it also branches out to connect in the wider community. A thriving community, they said, has so much going on that folks show up simply out of fear of missing out. A flourishing community. To flourish, we need loving care. To flourish, we need persistence. To flourish, we need to pay attention and to listen. To flourish, we need a purpose and to love and to know that we are loved. As Robin Wall Kimmerer reminds us, all flourishing is mutual. There are no guarantees, of course. We don't know what will happen. We don't know who will join us and who will part ways, what delights or heartbreaks await us. It just behooves us to find moments of connection and support wherever we can and to learn from them, and then pay them forward along the journey. And of course, to eat cake whenever we can. So thank you for letting me join you in your journey. You've got this, I know you do. You're kind, you're enough. I love you and believe in you. All flourishing is mutual. May it be so for FUS on this day and in all the days to come. Amen. Stop it now. I have no idea what it means to Roblox. Roblox now. But do that.